A large part of the Head of Procurement role involves supplier risk mitigation. Market risks, potential frauds, cost, quality and delivery risks are always a concern. You have to maintain a huge vendor database, which includes business data of your vendors. Because of that, a large portion of the procurement team's resources are spent in updating your current ERP system with this kind of data. Transiting to VIENNA Advantage e-Procurement gives you the ability to shift data ownership to the vendors, which allows your company to shift the responsibility of maintenance of master data to the vendor. So your team's resources can now be spent on higher value activities in the buying process, rather than being the vendor's data custodians. The requisition process in an enterprise usually differs from department to department. This really complicates the process. VIENNA Advantage e-Procurement system offers a kind of flexibility which integrates with the budgeting and controlling seamlessly and has an inbuilt workflow management engine that can implement threshold-based approval workflows. This ensures that all requisitions that reach the purchase department are approved and checked against allocated budget, based on the category of purchase. VIENNA Advantage e-Procurement system also eases the process of vendor management and vendor maintenance, providing a really robust vendor performance management module that makes monitoring vendor performance easier, especially in the context of long-term projects or contracts that may have specific and periodic performance feedback criteria. This vendor feedback repository can then be used to rate vendors and take disciplinary action against them in the form of suspension or blacklisting in the event of breach of contracts. Operating across various geographies means that you have to adhere to a range of stringent compliance regulatory procedures specific to the different countries. This means you need a system that offers end-to-end compliance recording and reporting capabilities. Usually, a lot of time and resource are spent in managing compliance and regulatory issues across different geographies. But VIENNA Advantage e-Procurement system helps you save time and labour in recording this process. VIENNA Advantage e-Procurement also provides end-to-end management of complex tendering processes. Enterprises are required to share a lot of information with shortlisted vendors in the form of bills of quantities and engineering drawings. Since VIENNA Advantage e-Procurement comes with an embedded document management system that allows the exchange to happen easily, it provides the functionality you need to manage such complex tendering processes, starting from the creation of a tender plan, defining multi-level evaluation criteria, to specifying evaluators for each stage of this process. VIENNA Advantage makes vendor and supplier collaboration harmonious, reduces compliance risks to a huge extent, and helps procurement function become progressively efficient and data-driven.